Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
Let me turn this music down. We got to start the show, man. Already 3 minutes in. It's enough music. Yo, we got a special guest tonight. I'm really happy to have him here on the show, and I want to introduce him to everyone. I want to let you guys know what this guy's been doing on the YouTube platform. First of all, I think his YouTube channel name is fantastic. So it says Angry Lakers fan, and I think I know why. But let me give you the formal introduction. So this is the SMT Media Network. We do all things sports here. We've been doing a lot with the NBA. We're obviously going to do more with like NFL when it up and starts here very, very soon. But the focus has been the NBA, and I mean in my opinion, the big two franchises, right? It's the LA Lakers, it's the Boston Celtics. You got a couple of other like tier 2 teams, but like you are a Lakers guy through and through. Angry Lakers fan. Tell them who you are and tell them what you do, bro.
First of all, man, I appreciate you allowing me to be on your platform, man. First of all, I am a Lakers fan. I'm born and raised in the LA area from the first 16 years of my life. Then I moved around ever since. Still currently living in Southern California. But on the channel, man, it's Lakers first. Lakers World Order Wolfpack at The Real Lakers World Order on YouTube. We do a whole bunch of live streams. I do videos, basically opinions, news, fun stuff like brackets. If you a member, $1.99 a month. If you become a member, you get your own theme music on my channel. You get to be a part of the giveaways at the end of every month. I call it the pocket change giveaway, but it's just a family over there, man. Lakers World Order Wolfpack. Lakers come first. No player above the team. That includes my GOAT, Kobe Bryant. It's Lakers. It's Lakers over there. We talk about everything, but Lakers first.
So the Lakers are very relevant, very,
Yes.
very relevant right now. They've always been relevant. That's not the question, right? You look at the Lakers as an organization. This goes back to the Minneapolis Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go deep down into the history. And we're talking about all-time great players. Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson. You know, we're naming some of the best that ever played the game. They were Lakers. You know, and then you look at the phases of the Lakers, the Showtime Lakers, the Shaq and Kobe Lakers, the Kobe Lakers, right?
Oh, yeah.
There have been stages and phases to this franchise's history. It's very rich. It's a lot of winning. It's a lot of pride. It's a lot of showmanship, star power, right? It's La La Land. It's Tinseltown. Like, it's all those things. And one of the reasons why LA, specifically the Lakers, are so prominent within the NBA is the fact that they've always had those stars.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the major decades of hoops, right? So you've had stars in the 60s, you had stars in the 70s and 80s, and then into the 90s, 2000s, and then Kobe carried into the 2010s. And in my opinion, you look at the list of all the great Lakers, I mean, it's a pantheon of greats that would belong in the top 10 of league history. You would have several Lakers, right? So it's a prominent franchise worth discussing. However, there's a player who over the course of the last couple of weeks and really over the last few years since he's passed, Kobe, has been disrespected, mischaracterized, lied about time and time again by people who clearly have some kind of a vested interest in seeing Kobe's legacy diminished. They want to see it stained. They want to see it tarnished. But I have a very strong position on this. I don't think that these people can actually do anything to Kobe's legacy. And I'm going to tell you why. Kobe's legacy is built on how he played basketball. It's not narrative. It's not stories. It's not fake legacy discussions. It's not self-proclaimed. He never said this, that, and the third. He played the game, and the film and the tape is still here. And I can watch it anytime I want. If I question anything about Kobe's game, I can go back and watch. I watched it. I watched it in person. I watched it as a kid, as a young adult. I actually didn't like Kobe when I was watching him play during his prime because I was a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. So I couldn't like Kobe. The Lakers were better. The Lakers were winning. Kobe was an unstoppable force. I hated his guts. But you know what, bro? Angry Lakers fan, you can hate someone and respect the shit out of them.
Yes, you can.
And I think Kobe, it's probably like that for half the people. If they're willing to be honest with themselves and acknowledge it, they probably hated his guts, but respected him deeply. And I think probably more so as he was closing in on retirement, they probably learned to appreciate him more because someone else was coming into the fold and they were the exact opposite. So Kobe was all hoops. Kobe was all about the game. Somebody else ushered in narrative and stories and, cap. like let's be honest. Like, if we're going to talk about everybody's game, it's easy to sort through who's better and who's better at what or whatever. It's when you start putting in these little fake things, these little made up things, these narratives, things get muddy. But if we're evaluating game, it's easy. We could study film, we could watch player tendencies, we can evaluate how they played the game. It's easy. You know what I mean? So what we're going to do with today's show, we are going to do a celebration of Kobe's legacy, a protection of Kobe's greatness today. We're going to talk about his career. We're going to look at his legacy. We're going to talk about his greatest moments. We're also going to look at how beloved he was to fans, not just LA fans. Fans all over the world love Kobe. And then we're going to talk about what's been happening for the last couple of weeks, namely, but this goes back some years. So what do you think, man? Is this ready to go?
Man, I'm ready. I appreciate the positive talk about Kobe Bryant. It's been, like you said, it's been way too much negative BS floating around out there, been pissing me off. So I'm ready to shed some light on the greatness of number 8 and 24.
Yeah. 2 numbers up in the rafters for the Lakers. That's unique.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Kobe Bean Bryant came into the league as an 18-year-old high school player, did not go to college, right? So he's granted this opportunity to come in and play for a franchise right off the rip, right? He was traded on draft night. Jerry West brings him in, I think, a trade for the Charlotte Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes in as an 18-year-old player, hardly sees the floor. I think he played or started like 6 games as a rookie. Didn't get to do too much, but when he was on the floor, he made it count. He took some shots. He did what he could in 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, that's what was his game average. Del Harris is an idiot.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, the way you look at it is like this. How do we know that Del Harris was an idiot? Del Harris was an idiot because he had Kobe Bryant on the bench. So he's an idiot. But I get his process, right? He's like, I'm going to trust my vets. So he's got Eddie Jones on there. It's Nick Van Exel and Ced Ceballos and those guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
His veterans, that's what he always did, but whatever. Kobe became, I think, a full-time player like a couple years later. Ironically, even in his second year as a 19-year-old, he obviously gets more run. He's playing more minutes. He finished second in Sixth Man of the Year in his second year in the league. I don't think everybody knows that about him.
I didn't. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't.
He finished second in Sixth Man of the Year in his second year as a 19-year-old.
Who was first?
I don't know who won it that year, man. But I think he was second. And he was also an all-star as a sixth man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unique. That's different. So in my opinion, I think he made the best of a bad situation. He wasn't starting. He wasn't getting a full, 35, 40 minutes a game, but making the best of a bad situation, I guess. Now, Del Harris eventually goes. So Kobe in his third season, I think he played and started 50 games. He made All-NBA third team. Shot 84% free throw, averaged, I think, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal and a half, a block. He averaged 20 points a game. So once he started playing like 35, 36, 37 minutes a game, this guy was already all NBA caliber. He was all NBA third team before his 20th birthday. So a lot of people say things like, the first championships were like, it was like Shaq's team and, Kobe just was like this Robin. He was all NBA third team before his 20th birthday. Like, if you didn't see what was going to be coming soon, you were blind.
That definitely didn't sound like a Robin to me. Like, that shows you at least top 15 in the NBA. And back then, it was a whole plethora of great players back then, still playing in the 90s and early 2000s.
And the players, he was like, think about his position, who was in the league at the time. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why he was third team All-NBA.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 guys in front of him, if you go back and look, I mean, these things matter. Oh, why did this great player make All-NBA third team? Look at who made first and second. Look what they did that year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have lost out because you averaged a half point less a game, or a half assist less a game. Like, it's like that. Or the other guy, maybe he carried for a stretch of like 3 months during the year due to an injury, boosted up all his stats, won a couple of games on their back or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. Those things happen. let's keep going. So that's like the first part of his career. And then in comes like the full starting, phase of his career. He starts to get like defensive recognition. He made an All-NBA defense his fourth season. He was All-NBA second team his fourth season. He was an All-Star in his fourth season. Funny how he made All-NBA third team but wasn't an All-Star the previous year.
Yeah, that is kind of funny.
Yeah.
They've been doing Kobe wrong with the awards and recognitions, but
This is what I'm saying. So it goes back to 99, 2000. He
mhm.
finished fifth in Defensive Player of the Year in 99, 2000. He finished 12th in the MVP vote. This is why when a lot of people say like Kobe, Shaq, Batman, Robin, like you got to understand where this progression is going. Like he was already starting to get into MVP conversations because he was averaging 22.5 points a game while being an all-league defender. That's unique. It's unique to have scoring prowess and defend the other team's best player. That's unique. You know what I mean?
You don't really, you don't see that way too much like that. He had that mentality of, I'm going to get mine, and I'm not going to let you score on me. You know that I watched him. I watched him. Like he was really a great defender. I don't understand what people don't see, what people put out there. Like, oh, he was giving those. I think it was Jeff T that said that stupid shit. You just have to watch Kobe Bryant to know why he was 9-time first team all defense. But
9-time first team and then a couple of second teams.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's not a fluke. The Mamba mentality, the love for practice, the love for like wanting to be great it's apparent in the work ethic he had. He knew in order to be a great defender through the duration of a game, to guard the other team's best player and then still score and be your team's best player, he had to have otherworldly cardio, capacity, conditioning, strength, because he saw what MJ was doing. He saw what it was taking to do those things. Actually, in some ways, Kobe was an improved version of MJ. It was happening in front of our eyes. We just didn't realize it, right? Because you have to win in those moments, and it's got to be your team and those things. We're gonna get there, right? It's happening, right? We're only in his fourth year so far. Okay, so what does he do in 2000, 2001? All-NBA defense second team, All-NBA second team. He's an all-star, finishes 11th in DPOY, finishes 9th in MVP votes, averaging 28.5 points a game. So Kobe has arrived at this point. Like, it's not a question anymore.
Wait. You said 9th in MVP votes?
Yes.
And he averaged 28 something points per game?
Yes.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Which means, there must have been 8 other guys who were averaging like 30 a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was playing 41 minutes a game. Bro, he was averaging 29 points a game on 10 field goal attempts a game. Or excuse me, on I think it was it was 22 field goals a game. So a lot of people speak to his like efficiency problems.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. He's averaging 29 a game. He's taking about 20, 21, 22 shots a game. How's that? Now, if he was taking 30 to get 29 points, you'd say, okay, that's kind of suspect.
Yeah.
But people say he's inefficient. So far, I haven't seen it in his career yet. We're like, what, year 4, year 5? And we're not seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, if you average more points than the shots you put up, that's actually damn good. Like I would take a person that can shoot 20, 22 shots and average like almost 30 points a game. Like that's efficient enough for me. I mean, if I was a coach, coaching this dude, like I don't know, man. It's just I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. gonna let you
So he's
finish.
shooting, he's making over 80% of his free throws. Only one time in his career he didn't shoot 80% from the free throw line. He shot 79.4%. So he was getting to the line, he was making them. In fact, some of these years he was making 85, 86%, like multiple times. Which, by the way, when you're making that clip, you're basically a point guard, right? Point guards historically 87, 88, 89%. Mark Price, Kyrie Irving, you know, Steve Nash. These guys are making 85, 88, 90% free throws. Right? He's making a high clip. Let's see here. They win a championship that year, right? Him and Shaq.
Yeah.
All right. Now the following year, he finishes All NBA defense, second team, All NBA first team. He's an all-star. Defensive player of the year, he finished third. And then in MVP voting, he finished fifth, averaging 25 a game and averaging a half a block, averaging 1.5 steals, averaging 5.5 assists a game, averaging 5.5, 6 rebounds a game, making 83% of his free throws.
And what year was this?
2001, 2002. And I think he played 80 games that season, playing about 39 minutes a game.
Is that when that's not the year where Iverson won MVP, was it?
That might be that year.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so that's the third year in a row where he has MVP votes. He's gone from 12 in MVP votes to 9 to 5. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Then he goes to 3, right? 0203. He's now third in MVP votes. Defensive player of the year, 8th. He's an all-star. He's all-NBA first team. He's all-NBA defense first team. And by the way, he was averaging 30 a game that year.
Yeah.
They literally said it was Shaq's team, but Kobe's got third in MVP votes, 8th DPOY, all-NBA first team, all-NBA defense first team. But it's Shaq's team, right? Okay. Following year, top 5 in MVP, top 10 in DPOY. He's an all-star, all-NBA defense first team, all-NBA first team. I'm trying to figure this out here. We're literally in the first phase of his career. He hasn't even celebrated his 25th birthday. And this guy is getting MVP votes, all-NBA first 3 times, all-NBA defense 4 times in his first 5 years of his career. And they're telling me he's a Robin.
And that's the thing. Nobody really knows about the lead up. They just know what they saw in the finals, or they just know what they saw at the end. They don't look at the story, the build up of what made Kobe what he was. Like everything you was mentioning, I'm sure a lot of people didn't know. And you even schooling me right now because I'm not really a stats person like that. I look at what I see. But
the stats tell the story of his productivity that year.
Yes.
I'm just trying to show people the evolution of his game.
Yes.
I want people to see how his scoring averages went up, how he assisted the ball over the course of a long career at 5.5 assists a game at the shooting guard position. This is not a point guard. Steph Curry numbers. Steph Curry's a guy who averages 5, 6, 7 assists.
Mm-hmm.
And they call him a point guard. But we'll carry on. But we'll carry on. We'll carry on. We'll keep going. All right. Let's go to let's see here. 0405. I think that was possibly the worst year of his prime. He was an all-star. He was all NBA third team. He only averaged 28 a game only. He had a career high in turnovers. He averaged a block a game. He averaged 1.3 steals. He averaged 6 assists a game. They said that he didn't pass the ball and he was a shot chucker, but that was his career high in assists. Or no, it was his second or third highest assist year. Second highest. Okay. Anyways,
It's funny they say he never really passed the ball, but he has the most assists in NBA history for a shooting guard.
all right, let's keep it going. I mean, it's true. 05-06, he finishes fourth in MVP votes. He's an all-star. He's all-NBA first team, all-NBA defense first team. He averages 35 points a game.
Yes.
He played 80 games. And see, this is what everybody overlooks is this guy was an Iron Man. He played 80 plus games like 5 times.
Can you say that one more time? Because when you said 80 games, that I almost fell out my chair, man, because I ain't seen nobody play 80 games or heard about anybody playing 80 games for the past few years, maybe besides Chris Paul.
Yeah. Kobe played 80 plus games 6 times. 82 games twice and in consecutive seasons. And by the way, those years they made deep playoff runs.
This dude was on his AC Green stuff, man, the Iron Man.
So listen to these games played. So far, we're just through like the first half of his career. 71, 79, 50, 66, 68, 80, 82, 65, 66, 80, 77, 82, 82. We're only halfway through his career. It's not done. It's not over.
Like when you say that, when you list the numbers, it sounds more incredible. And this coming from a guy who grew up watching Kobe Bryant, didn't realize how many games went by. I was just watching him every time he was on TV. But this is crazy. This is actually on some Iron Man level stuff, man. 70, 80 games a year, like
77, 80, 82, 82, 73, 82. DPOY votes every year, all NBA defense, first team, all these years, MVP votes. He finally won his MVP in 07-08. He was fifth in DPOY that year. See, this is unique. MVP and then top 5 in DPOY, all NBA defense, first team. That year he scored 28 a game, averaged 6.3 rebounds a game, 5.5 assists a game, just under 2 steals a game.
And the championship that year would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But those damn Celtics, man.
They were good. The Celtics were good. But Kobe avenged that loss. We'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Following year, he plays 82 again. Finishes second in MVP. DPOI finishes 7. All NBA first team. All NBA defense first team. Age 30 season. He just hit his prime at age 30.
Well, some people be slowing down.
Yeah, he was just hitting his prime because in his age 31 season and age 32 season, he was still finishing top 3, top 4 in MVP. Top 10, 11, 12 in DPOY. All NBA defense first team. 82 games again. Still averaging over 25 a game, 27 a game. In his age 33 and 34 seasons, he was still top 5 in MVP. He was still all NBA first team. He was still all NBA defense second team. He was still playing all-star level hoops. He was averaging 27 a game as his body was failing.
I'm swearing, man, you make all this sound so fucking amazing.
Because he was. He was one of the most unique players the league ever saw. And he has no stories to tell. No fiction books.
No narratives.
The media hated it. There's no stories to tell. There's no... Bro, Michael Jordan had a media machine behind him. They did a damn documentary to exaggerate everything. LeBron is a walking fiction book. It's like Hickory Dickory Dock. It's Dr. Seuss story time. This guy has none of that. He played basketball every single night, bro, and he loved the fans. He showed up every night. Load management? Really, bro? Load management?
I don't even know what that's like.
So when people disrespect him, I say this to them. Compare him to your favorite player. What did your favorite player do better than Bean? Did he respect fans more than Bean? Did he show up to work like Bean did? How does he stack up to Bean? Tell me about the defense, the tenacity. Tell me about the will to win. Let's go there, actually. Let's do this. Career-defining moments. Do we have championships? We got 5. So every finger on one of his hands is occupied with hardware. 5. He's got finals MVPs because he was the best player on the damn floor. So ain't no denying it. You have game-winning shots where everybody knew he was getting the ball and couldn't nobody do a damn thing about it. Kobe was going to get to his spot and hit the shot. Every time.
Every time.
It became like characteristic. You just knew it was going to happen. Bro, Kobe had moments, man. Kobe had defensive moments. Kobe had scoring moments. Kobe had all-star moments where the game is supposed to be loosey-goosey and everybody's friends, ha ha, he. He was busy terrorizing LeBron.
He was. Hey, they didn't name the MVP trophy after him for nothing, man. Kobe was that dude in the All-Star game. So,
but they want to sit here and talk about how shitty the All-Star game is. Well, Bean carried it.
Yeah.
So people talking down on Bean, but then they want to say how the All-Star game sucks now, but Bean had it on life support. See what I'm saying? How does he stack up to your favorite player? Tell me about the Bean All-Star games. Okay. Tell me about the 2009 NBA season. Let's do that. Let's talk about 2009.
Here we go.
I like 2009. 2009 was a good year for your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so check
yeah.
this out. All right. In 2009, and this will be, let's just talk the playoffs because the regular season is what it is. All right. Kobe in 2009 was the 08-09 season. He played all 82 games. He averaged, I think, 27 a game. He finished second in MVP, 7th in DPOY, all NBA first team, all NBA defense first team. So a phenomenal regular season. The playoffs, he was obviously the scoring leader. The Lakers ended up winning a championship that year. Gentlemen sweeping the Orlando Magic, who single-handedly beat the shit out of LeBron and the Cavs. I just want to remind people who the Orlando Magic were.
I really thought that, especially with all those puppet commercials going around in the commercials, man, I really thought it was going to be Lakers versus Cavaliers. I didn't really think they was going to lose to the Orlando Magic like that. But I was disappointed as a Lakers fan because I wanted to see that matchup, you know, because it was a rivalry. But it was a huge thing back then for the media, Kobe versus LeBron. Like the Nike had puppet commercials and all the narratives being spun around. Like, I really want to see that. I really want to see that as a Lakers fan. But hey, we didn't get it, man.
Well, Bean did his part. So check this out. Kobe in the finals averages over 32 a game, 5.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists. Remember, he's a ball hog and a shot chucker. Averages 7.5 assists a game, 1.5 steals, 1.5 blocks.
That's a damn good stat sheet.
And that was at age 30 season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he leveled up his play. Remember the numbers I just gave you?
Yeah.
His regular season numbers were lower than that. Remember, he was averaging 27 a game.
Mm-hmm.
He was averaging just under 5 assists. He was averaging just over 5 rebounds. He leveled up everything against the best team in the NBA. Do you see where I'm going with this, sir? The unique players lift up their game against the best competition, like what
Mm-hmm.
Jordan would do, right? Like what he did in the playoffs. Everything levels up.
Oh yeah.
So tell me, anybody out there, your favorite player, how do they stack up against Bean? Do they level up in the biggest moments like Bean?
Well, I can't. I'm gonna speak for them right now. I don't think they can name anybody. I mean, I'm sure because I asked this question numerous times, and a lot of them will by default, due to Michael Jordan, bring up their favorite player as Michael Jordan, which sometimes I know is really not. They just don't have anything else to say but Michael Jordan in comparison, because they know if they use their real favorite player, they're going to lose that argument. But it's whatever. It's whatever.
But
Not everybody that I've seen besides Michael Jordan in the big time situations was comparable to Kobe being Bryant.
so here's this part, right? They tell me how amazing Lamar Odom was. I remind people that Aaron Gordon is a better basketball player than Lamar Odom, and they like can't function. They like disequilibrium. They're like, what? No, how? Lamar Odom? No, no. Aaron Gordon is a much better player than Lamar Odom. I'd take Aaron Gordon any day over Lamar Odom. Proof. Guess how many assists a game Lamar Odom averaged in that NBA Finals?
How many?
0.8.
Wow.
They talk about how he was this unique facilitator, the ability to be a point forward. He didn't average 1 assist a game. Not one. How could he be a point forward averaging less than 1 assist a game?
And as a Lakers fan, that hurts my heart, man, because I was a fan of Lamar Odom while he was here.
I'm a fan of Lamar Odom too, but I know what he
Yeah.
is, what he isn't.
Mm-hmm.
They try to make him
hurts
to
my
be this
heart.
all-star. He never made an all-star game, did he?
No. Not to my
They
knowledge.
act like he was Scottie Pippen. He was a regular guy. There's nothing wrong with that. He was a nice player who averaged 0.8 assists a game in the NBA Finals in 2009. So he was getting an assist every other game.
Yeah. When you average it out like that, yeah. And crazy enough, Sneed, like he was actually the best player that came back from that Shaq trade, which is wild.
Bro, don't get me wrong. He averaged 13 a game. He was a fine player.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what he is and what he isn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to pretend. And then people tell me that Andrew Bynum was this force. Bro, he averaged 6 points a game. 6 in that finals. 6.
And that's when he played. Like I remember where Andrew Bynum was like always hurt for the most part.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
was
had a bad knee.
that was that same year when he had all them blocks against the Nuggets, right? Leading up to the finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, we're naming nice players, guys who had some good moments, but we're not going to overstate who they were.
Mm-hmm.
They were fine players. They were just regular guys. 20, 30 guys every year get drafted in the hopes to be that. You know what I mean? Like rotation pieces or, 6-man or maybe a starting caliber player on some teams sometimes. And this is just 2009. We can go to 10, we can go to 8 and all of those things. That season for me, Kobe, was amazing. That was peak NBA player, if I had ever seen one, was Kobe in 2009. If you guys have seen a better basketball player, maybe Hakeem in 95. Maybe. Maybe MJ 91 or something. I think some people kind of go with MJ. Maybe Kareem. I don't know. Pick your year in the 70s when the Lakers won it. I don't know. Whatever.
You talking about like overall or the people that plays both sides of the ball?
Well, yeah, but dude, Kareem played both sides of the ball. Hakeem played both sides of the ball. That's why there's a year where Hakeem won Defensive Player of the Year and League MVP and led the league in blocks and won NBA Finals MVP and won a championship. That's a unique player.
Yeah, that's why I brought up that question, because you were naming guys that's great on both sides of the ball. Like, excellent.
If you think about it, you're going to put players in your top 10 of all time and they don't play defense, your list is fucked up. I'm probably going to end that conversation right there. I'm going to give you one chance to fix it. And if you don't, it's over. So when people start putting Steph in these conversations, I'm like, wait a minute. You can't guard your position. You can't guard the Gatorade sitting on the end of the bench.
And that's my favorite player too, but you absolutely right. Like his defense is not like that. He's just a offensive, minded point guard. And I love it, but he really can't play defense like that. So I hear you. Trust me, I do. A lot of people, and that's good for a lot of these newer fans. They don't really care about watching defense. They love the offense. They love the points. But
until you go to the NBA Finals and the scoring totals drop way down.
Yeah.
And the half court offense slow way down.
Mm-hmm.
There are no transition buckets.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to get an offensive rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's boxing out. The defenders are 2 feet away from you. Nobody is ball watching. See what I'm saying? Everything changes in the playoffs. Everything changes in the finals. So here we are, right? We're talking about Kobe's greatest moments, Kobe's greatest seasons, Kobe's championships, and his legacy is what's left. The way he played the game, what he went through as a player, literally being blacklisted by the NBA media. And they still could not deny him Player of the Decade. And they still could not deny him a spot in the pantheon of greatest players ever. They couldn't do it because they couldn't lie. But then he passes and now they lie. So here we are. Angry Lakers fan. This is why we did the show. Over the last couple of weeks, and really since his tragic passing a handful of years ago, you have people coming out and saying things like, Kobe's game didn't evolve. Kobe's game was outdated. He was inefficient. He wasn't as good a defender. He was overrated. Steph is better. Do these people realize how dumb they sound? Like, they're going out publicly and saying these things. It's in recorded video. Like, the internet is undefeated, and you're going to be standing on the wrong side of history.
I believe because a lot of these fans that say that, they start watching basketball when all they saw was the Cavaliers versus Warriors in the finals, for the most part. And they didn't really get a chance to see what we saw in Kobe Bryant's full career. But I'm not going to make that excuse for everybody, because there's people my age and sometimes older that be thinking like this generation. So I just think it's blasphemous. I think they need to do their homework. It just drives me up the wall. Like, I'm just tired of everything going on with the Kobe hate, the Kobe slander. It's driving me up the wall right now. Like, I really, if I had the superpower to just grow multiple hands and just slap everybody senseless that says that stupid shit or speak that way, I would have like 1 million assault charges. I'm telling you, man, and to look at the people that played alongside and across the court from Kobe Bryant, to say the stuff that they're saying, like hearing this stuff from Jeff Teague, hearing this stuff from Gilbert Arenas, hearing this stuff from Tracy like y'all seen what this dude can do firsthand. Y'all were on the floor. And I'm gonna just say this, man. I'm gonna just say this. I don't want to yell. I'm gonna just say this. Y'all proven with everything that's going on right now, all the former players, all the media, y'all proven that y'all were scared shitless of Kobe Bryant while he was alive. Y'all proving that. Y'all proving that. Y'all were scared shitless of Kobe Bryant. Yeah, that's it. That's basically it. And I can't wait till Michael Jordan come, commentating some of these games coming up this season, and hopefully he tell y'all about yourself. But yeah, man, we gonna see, man.
There's gonna be a player or 2 or 3 or 5 that are gonna be. They're gonna be in front of microphones. They're gonna be talking about these players. They're gonna talk about this game, and they're gonna mention Kobe as the GOAT. It's gonna start happening. It's just has to be. Balance is required in the universe. It's why I do these live streams, and it's why I discuss these topics. I don't need to sit up here and tell you how great Michael Jordan is. You got billions of people who will do that. I don't need to tell you how great LeBron James is. You got billions of people who will do that. I'm here to tell you that Kobe Bean Bryant was better at some things that both of them did. And that's facts. That's not like conjecture. That's not speculation. There are things that Kobe did that were better than both of those guys. And everything that that people, the naysayers of Kobe, everything they say about him characteristically is probably false. Objectively viewing his career, it is loaded with achievement. Objectively evaluating the way he played the game and not including him as one of the best two-way players to ever go on the court is crazy to me, because I have children and they want to play basketball. I only show them 2 types of film: Kobe Bean Bryant and Hakeem Olajuwon. I don't need to show them anything else. They don't need it, because if they watch Kobe, it's all the guard skills. If they watch Hakeem, it's all the post skills. It's blocked shots. It's steals. Kobe, same thing. Handles, got it. Fadeaway, got it. Footwork, spin move, got it. Positioning, where to be, decision making, passing, vision, IQ. It's all there. These guys had it all in spades. They don't need to watch anybody else if they want to learn how to play the game. They can just watch those 2 players. Now, if they want to see certain things from certain players that are special, yeah, it's probably pretty amazing. They could watch Steph shoot threes, watch Ray Allen shoot threes, watch what Reggie Miller was able to do. Look at guys like T-Mac for, when just discussing like a bag, right? Like diverse ways of scoring. Or, you want to see a fierce competitor, Bill Russell, how to win, these types of things. Do you want to see a freak athlete, Wilt Chamberlain? Right? There's things like, but like, if I need to show some, like, you can only watch one player, you got to learn how to play basketball. They're watching Bean. I don't need them to watch anybody else. They can just watch Bean, and you now have the blueprint to the most effective player I ever saw play basketball. Impacted the game on every level. Even when he wasn't making shots, he was changing, shape-shifting the game. But I got Jeff Teague talking shit. And I got T-Mac backtracking, backpedaling fast as hell.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying?
It's sad, man. Like, and I was a huge Tracy McGrady fan. Like, but it's sad to see him go out like this, man. It's sad to see him take the bait, bite the bullet, whatever you want to call it. Look, I'm glad there's people out there that still talks highly of Kobe, like Shaq, like Allen Iverson, like Matt Barnes, and just to name a few. Like, I'm glad there's people out there that played with Kobe that still talk highly of him. Like, this is ridiculous, man. Like, I be just cutting off of social media sometimes because I be seeing all that BS on Twitter mainly. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, they proved that they were really scared of this man. Like, for you to, and I really hope, and like I said in one of my videos, Sneed, I really hope that one day Vanessa Bryant just come out and say something, or all the people that claim to love Kobe, like a Pau Gasol, like Jeannie Buss, come out and say something. Like, yes, it's good to see it from some of his peers, but the people he was closest to, I want to hear from them. Like, I want them to come out and call out all the bullshit that's going on with this fake ass media, especially with YouTube sports media. It's crazy. Like, it's weird beyond this point. Like, it's an obsession.
Bro,
Like,
I just did a film. I told you I did the film breakdown on Kobe's defense.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, textbook. Everything. The body positioning, the hands, the feet, the swiping action, going for the steals, playing passing lanes, making players uncomfortable, terrorizing people, holding Ray Allen to 3 of 14 shooting in the NBA Finals. Ray Allen, bro.
A lot of people's pick for one of the greatest shooters of all time.
3 of 14. And when he wasn't guarding Ray Allen, he'd have to switch on to Paul Pierce. These are Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I was going to say to you earlier, Sneed, if you teaching your children, to watch Kobe Bryant tape and Hakeem Olajuwon tape, you might as well get ready to celebrate when they get picked in the lottery, man. Because if they study them two guys, they're gonna have a hell of a career. I'm just letting you know.
But the willpower has to be there, the commitment. Like,
yes.
it takes DNA. It's got to be there. Like, it's got to be wired in you to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Hard work with the skill, with the talent. You have to be blessed in all those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kobe wasn't supposed to be this great.
No.
Kobe was not the physical specimen that the all-time greats are. Look at the top 10 list that everybody has. It's full of 6'9" guards, 7-foot giants, or guys that got muscles coming out of their ears. Kobe was just a guy, bro, in terms of physical stature. There's nothing physically unique. In fact, his body broke down and he just didn't care.
Yeah.
And he played so hard for the fans, and fans are the ones shitting on him, bro. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
They boost up the guys that shit on him, and then they shit on the guys that loved them and celebrated them. That is the crazy. It's like you don't love the one you have, you love the one you wish you had. It's backwards. It's that weird psychology. Kobe adored the fans and did everything for the fans, and the fans are shitting on him right now.
Yeah, those are the same fans that probably are in or love to be in toxic relationships. Like, if you look at it, because the way you just broke it down was exactly how it was. Kobe did never shit on the fans. He never cheated the game. He always made sure he was available, especially in those East Coast games to where they only see you once a year.
Mm-hmm.
So he made sure that they got their money's worth. And that's one of the reasons why he was so beloved. He was a player of the people while he was trying to get championships and all that. A lot of these players today don't even care, man. They load managing while still making $50 million a year. Oh, my finger hurt. Let me sit out for 2 weeks. Like,
You know what they do, bro? They create distance from the fans. They need
yes,
separation. I
yes,
want you to buy the tickets. I want you to buy the merch. I want you to celebrate me, but you got to stay at arm's length. You can't get close.
right.
You got to just watch my Instagram. Man, fuck that shit, bro. Yo, we're gonna
Well,
bring in Sean. We're gonna bring in Sean. Let's do it. Sean, what up?
what up, Sean?
Go ahead and unmute yourself, Sean.
Is he there? You there, Sean?
Sean, I'm gonna kick you out of the studio. I want you to come back in, all right? Just come right back in here. Just make sure you put the permissions on when you hit the StreamYard link. Make sure that you enable at least the microphone. You don't have to obviously do video, but at least the microphone so we get your audio. And for those of you that want to chime in, we'd love to hear from you. The StreamYard link is in the live chat. All you got to do is click on it. You could do this from your mobile. You could do it from your computer. Click the link. Just allow the permissions. Put your name there. And then go ahead and we'll get you in here. You can give us your favorite Kobe moments. You could give us your take on Kobe and how he's been mistreated by the media and fans and certain entities, the powers that be, literally just throwing dirt on his name. I mean, there are a lot of things we can kind of discuss here tonight. I'm here to celebrate his greatness. It's not a question. This dude, in my opinion, just the way things are going right now, he's the greatest player of all time, and I don't give a damn what anybody says. I don't care. I'm not changing my damn mind. We're changing the League MVP award from NBA League MVP to NBA League Mamba. All right, so that's going to be the new award. The NBA Finals MVP will be the NBA Finals Mamba. And then we're going to do what the Defensive Player of the Year or All NBA Defense. We're going to call it All NBA Defense Mamba. That's what we're going to do moving forward. All right, let's try to get Sean back in here. Sean, what up?
Yo, what's up?
What up, brother?
What up, Sean?
Yeah, I was trying to connect it with USB. Usually, USB-C is better than me using 3.5. But yeah, this is a nice episode, man. Kobe Bryant, he is the greatest player that I ever seen in my lifetime. And no matter how many times the media say otherwise, they cannot change the narrative. People are still going to be rooting for Kobe no matter what. And that's just that.
What's your favorite Bean moment, bro?
It's too many,
or is there a specific season, or is there a specific series, playoff series, or finals, maybe?
The 2007-2008 season. Even though Kobe, the Lakers lost, it was that season where things had turned around. He's winning MVP. Yeah, again, the other two seasons prior to that, it was better, but it was like a show of effort where the Lakers had a chance to now they get outside the first round. Then they move past like teams that's actually they actually were better than the Lakers at the time. And also by the time they went to the Celtics, if Andrew Bynum wasn't injured, he could have actually won 6. He could have, but at the end of the day, he was able to learn the mistakes that happened in 2008 in order for him to get go back to back in those other 2 titles. But yeah, that's pretty much one of my favorite seasons of Kobe Bryant. He actually just he able to get out of that hole, and even though he lost, he knows what he has to do in order for him to go back over there again and again.
So what I wanted to do with this show, Sean, is I truly believe that the universe requires balance. And with all of the slander and blasphemy and down talk recently, I had to do something like this for Bean.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, Kobe Bryant is hated because people know that he was scoring 40 on those teams. They hate the fact that they ruined. Kobe is a narrative killer. He wasn't supposed to be the face of the NBA.
Nope.
You know, we can name multiple players. Vince Carter. You know, guys like
T-Mac.
Well, at one point, yes. Shaq was supposed to be the continuous face of the NBA, and then he fell off, and then you have now Tim Duncan.
Shaq's the anti-Kobe. Shaq and Kobe couldn't be any more dissimilar.
I know, but I was talking about face.
No, I get it. Okay. I get it, and that's why I'm backing up your point. I'm with you. Shaq was supposed to be the face. Shaq was supposed to be the best player in the league. He was the physical epitome of unstoppable force. But we saw what we saw because he didn't have what Kobe had up here.
He didn't have that mental, and he lost that hunger after that 2000 finals.
Oh, no, he gained the hunger. It was just Big Macs and fries. It was the hunger for more. It was supersize me.
I mean, it was.
What do you think Bean was thinking to himself when he saw Shaq come in wearing sweatpants with the drawstring, right? Because he couldn't probably wear actual pants. You know what I'm saying? Because his gut was probably hanging over his waist.
I mean, I know Kobe has been disappointed, man. I think he knows that he was disappointed about this. Like, man, I can't believe I had to carry this guy in the first quarter, and I'm not going to get no credit off of this.
But check this out, Sean. Out. They'll tell me that Kobe was a bad teammate, and Shaq's coming in 80 pounds overweight every season, but Kobe's a bad teammate. See, this is that bullshit, bro. This is what I'm saying. Who's the bad teammate? The guy coming in trying to get better, trying to push you to get better, or the guy coming in with a Big Mac in each hand going double fist?
Or a good burger. Y'all seen the movie?
Kobe's the bad teammate. Shaq's talking about getting in shape during the season. Are we talking about Shaquille O'Neal, who was outplayed by Karl Malone in 2004 in one or two of those playoff series? Let's go there. Karl Malone.
I had high hopes for that team. I don't know why. I knew Karl Malone was old. I knew Gary Payton was damn near old, but I had high hopes for that team still. Like I really did.
It was a very good team, but I never expected us to win a championship. I'm just gonna keep it 100, man. I didn't expect the Lakers to win a championship around that time. I think in a way they did overachieve, but the other way they didn't. You know, it was like, hey, it's rated.
But Shaq was Batman. Why didn't he carry?
You know, Batman lost his hunger, man. He didn't look his parents' pictures, man, in order to see, like, man, I need to turn
he had
up.
the hunger. It was apple pies, it was cookies, it was cake, it was loaves of bread, it was sandwiches. Bro, you know what Shaq was starting to look like? He was starting to look like Bruh Man from the Fifth Flow. Remember Bruh Man with the extra small shirts, bro? Remember that? That's what Shaq was starting to look like.
Hey,
Shaq Man from the Fifth Flow.
I mean, to Shaq's credit, man, LA, if you live in LA, boy, food up top of food, it's damn near impeccable. I'll just say that, you know, a lot of food, especially back then, you know, like In-N-Out burgers used to be bigger in size than right now.
Why aren't you making this excuse for Bean?
You know, I'm not making excuses for Shaq because me personally, I always put Shaq out of my top 10 because of his underachievedness. And I put Kobe higher than it despite the dominant runs. I think that Shaq knows that he underachieved. He knows that he relies so much on being with the greatest shooting guard of his era. He knows that Kobe was the great shooting guard of his era. And if he could have actually, taken seriously, he wouldn't won more than he could have won more than a three-peat. We're talking about a damn near a 1960 Celtics one if we actually had a series Shaq that's being in shape, especially at his age. He didn't need to go to Miami. He probably will just say, hey, I'm not going to be the leader anymore, but I could be the good support. He could just let go of his ego, but he did. He went to Miami. He go with the second best shooting guard of his era, which is D Wade. And he got carried by D Wade all the way to the championship.
my thing is, for me personally, I was a huge Shaq fan. Shaq was one of my favorite players in the NBA at that point, period. Him and Kobe were my two favorites. But I personally believe that if he had the mindset that Kobe possessed, and winning and everything leading up to that point, working hard in the off season instead of having a Hollywood mindset, Shaq probably could have went down as the greatest player to ever play.
Shaq was a diva.
He had the skills, but he didn't have the mindset to, put the work in continuously to stay dominant, to stay in shape, to it was all Hollywood. I mean, he was getting the attention when he was in Orlando, but it became worse when he came to LA. And
right, let me push back on that a little bit. Let me push back.
Yeah.
Right here. What was Shaq's weakness in 1995 before he went to the Lakers when he was still in Orlando?
Talking when he lost to the Rockets.
What was his weaknesses in that part of his career? Right, the first.
Defense.
No, his defense was good. His defense was good.
Okay.
Is it does it have to do with his the outside of the court or on the court?
No, on the court. What were his weaknesses?
In Orlando?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's tough because I watched Orlando Shaq too.
One of the best athletes I ever saw.
Yeah.
He was 295.
Yeah.
And he was fast, and he was jumping out the gym. It was crazy.
And breaking backboards.
Breaking backboards, ripping shit down. He's like that kid that's too big for that little Tykes hoop, bro. Just tearing shit down, right?
Yeah.
But his free throw shooting was atrocious.
Yes, it was.
Did it get better in LA?
No.
Hell no.
Did it get better in Miami?
Hell no.
Did it get better in Phoenix?
Hell no.
Did it get better in Cleveland?
Hell no.
Did it get better in Boston?
Absolutely not.
He never was able to fix the weaknesses in his game. He fixed a couple of things. His footwork, for example, got a little bit better as he went into LA, right? And because of that, he became a more proficient scorer, more unstoppable, right? Because it was fluid movement, right? The fluid movement to the hoop, which made the dunks a lot easier to get to. And even if they were fouling him, he was still finishing it anyway.
Yeah.
Would you see what I'm saying? So, Shaq never really fixed the glaring weaknesses of his game. And guys like Rick Mahorn gave him a hard time, that he said. And guys like Charles Oakley and guys like Ben Wallace, smaller guys that were strong, that would just get leverage and played smarter. He should have been dominating those smaller centers and power forwards, but he had a hard time with those. He even self-admitted that. That's not what happened with Bean.
And I'm mad at myself, Sneed, because as a Shaquille O'Neal fan, I that should have been the first thing I thought of when you said what was his weaknesses. It was his damn free throws.
He developed a couple of go-to moves, which is what he lacked and why he was getting his ass kicked by Hakeem. He was in a blender for 4 games.
Yeah.
Right? Hakeem took him to school. And Shaq said he learned from that experience. You know what I'm saying? Shaq said it made him a better player. He knew the next time he got to the finals, it wasn't going down like that. Right? So it was an important learning moment for him. But he got outclassed. and he knew he had things to fix, and he did fix some of them, but he never fixed his free throw shooting. You know, he did develop his go-to moves in LA, and that's why you guys got all those rings, bro.
One of the most dominant players I ever watched. But he did have some weaknesses, which included his free throws and his mindset when it came to keep putting the work in.
But Kobe was a bad teammate.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Like me personally, I mean, of course, I'm not in the locker room, but I don't see what he did that would make him a bad teammate. He was just trying to push him.
Who's Samaki Walker, bro?
Oh man, that's a.
See, we're gonna do this now. Who's Samaki Walker? You see what I'm saying? We can name some players where Kobe's like, this guy doesn't work. He just got done pushing Shaq out of LA.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell's Samaki Walker, bro? Who are these people who don't want to work and don't want to get better? And Kobe's trying to win rings, bro.
Yeah.
So this is that guy at work who cares about the company, cares about his job, cares about his performance, cares about his bonus, cares about his team's performance, wants to be evaluated on meritocracy, the exact opposite of you know who. But fans shit on him and call him a selfish player and say he's inefficient and a bad teammate and a bad leader. And all he wants to do is win. And all he wants to do is be the best. And all he wants to do is give the fans everything they want. And people shit on Bean, bro, and lie on his name. But Shaq's the most dominant player of all time. But Kobe Bean Bryant had him shipped out of LA because he knew what time it was. This guy was not it. He said, we did what we did. I got to move on without you.
And it wasn't just Kobe. I mean, rest in peace. You know, Dr. Jerry Buss ultimately made that decision to pick Kobe out of the two because he saw with his own eyes. Not only that he was younger, but he was putting in the work. So shout out to Dr. Jerry Buss for making that decision. Even though I was a huge Shaq fan, I can't dispute anything that you're saying up here.
Did Shaq win the first year in Miami? No. He did not. They won the following year because that team needed more. Putting Shaq and D-Wade together was not enough. They needed more. Further proof that Bean was right about Shaq. Bean was right.
Yeah.
You can make an argument that Shaq was, you know, in some way, shape, or form similar to what we think about the Brick right now. You know, he had a lot of biasness around that time. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. And that's coming from a guy that actually liked Shaq. You know, I even watch his Phoenix Suns and
yeah. But hold on, Sean. I like Shaq too. I just know what he is and what he isn't. This is the theme for me. You know, this is my position, bro. These guys are greats. They're unique players. But I know what he was and what he wasn't. And I know what he was and what he became. You know, he was not the same player. I think angry Lakers fans said it. You know, it wasn't it anymore. It was different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dr. Jerry Buss knew what he had to do. He knew it was a tough decision, but that's what I could say about Dr. Jerry Buss, man. He was about the team and making it better. So he chose Kobe Bean Bryant. And why not? You know, why not? I probably would have made that choice 10 times out of 10, you know, even though I was a Shaq fan. But Kobe was on the younger side, and he was showing that he wants to actually put in the work to help the Lakers win championships. So why not keep a player like that?
Kobe won championships with a part-time great player.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Kobe celebrated more with Powell. Why do you think that is?
Because I personally seen Powell put in the work. Mm-hmm. I don't think he really ever came out of shape like that. Like he's one of those overseas players, man. They all about that, putting in the work, learning the fundamentals. And he knew his role. There was no clashing, going on with him and Kobe. He knew his role. He knew what he came in, what his role was going to be. He know his role was going to be important, but he knew what his role was.
Why didn't Kobe shit on Powell?
Basically,
they talk about Powell. They talk about Kobe being a bad teammate. Why didn't he shit on Powell?
Yeah, why? That's a good question.
Why didn't he shit on Lamar Odom?
Besides everything I said,
why didn't he shit on Derek Fisher? Why didn't he shit on Shannon Brown? Why didn't he shit on those guys? Sasha Vujacic. He loved Sasha Vujacic.
He did. The machine.
Sasha used to fight at practice, bro. He used to fight against Bean in practice. He knew he wasn't better than Bean. Not even close. He could defend Bean 100 times and Kobe could have scored 100 times on him. But he fought anyways. He had heart.
Yes.
He worked hard. See, Kobe respected those guys.
Yeah.
Samaki Walker, bro. Motherfucker's gonna tell me Kobe treated Samaki Walker like shit. These guys were clocking in, bro. They were clocking in, clocking out.
Kobe made it known himself that if you don't give it your all in practice, I'm not giving you the ball in a real game. You gotta show that you want to win. You got to show that you want to be here and not just give it 10%. Like you gotta give it because Kobe was leading by example. Always heard about him being the first one in, the last one to leave, working out at 4 a.m. He was leading by example, and he had the same. Everybody had the same 24 hours that he has for the most part, and he was a busy man. He had endeavors outside of playing basketball, but he still made time to put in the work and be great.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse for anybody else that's making millions of dollars to play basketball. You have the same amount of time to put in that work. Why settle for being a role player, or why settle for being a sixth man where you can become better? Kobe didn't settle with staying a sixth man. He worked hard and became a future 5-time NBA champion as Batman to Shaq's Superman.
As a career, Kobe was a story of vindication, redemption, truth, fight, heart, overcoming grief and sadness, challenge. I mean, just the media, everything. He never had the media portraying him as this perfect person.
Mm-mm.
Nobody ever talked about how great of a father he was until the very end.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that all the time about some other players. Nobody talks about how, Kobe was doing all of these things, philanthropic things, around the until the very end, because they couldn't do it anymore. They couldn't lie anymore. It wasn't lining up. You see what I'm saying? The things they were saying, the way they treated him, how they characterized him, it didn't work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, the same thing happened with Kyrie, by the way. They tried to do the same thing to Kyrie, but it didn't work because everybody loves Kyrie. You see what I'm saying? They couldn't keep lying when everybody else is saying that's not true. See, you can only lie for so long until you get exposed.
That's true. That is true. It's a popularity contest, man, with the NBA, with sports, period. Like
the sports media in general.
Yeah.
Sports media pick and choose who they could kiss up and the players kiss back, and then they'll say, "Oh, this guy is top 3, top 5, top 10, maybe the absolute best player of this century."
Hey, Sean,
If you kiss
give me some yes or no, Sean. I need you on this. You ready?
okay.
All right, this is always good because I did it with Sean before and it was really good. All right, things that NBA fans hate today. False media narratives, yes or no? Do NBA fans hate false media narratives?
You want me to tell you something? You want me to tell you the truth, man? Most of these guys actually love these fake narratives. They do, man.
Not the real hoopers, not the real
No,
fans.
not us, but the casuals, the people who actually, who be on social media and be on these games. They absolutely do love these narratives.
Do fans hate load management?
Oh, they absolutely do.
Do fans hate when players tell them how stupid they are? Because that's what there's players that do that, right?
Yes. It's a tricky question. Like, I think fans know that. Me personally, I think that fans actually just let the players say whatever the fuck they want and just continue goggling because they're followers. So I'll be the zombie, you be my master puppeteer. It's just what it is. Like they's like, hey man, you stupid. Yeah, thank you, KD. I'm a stupid motherfucker. Can I see you in the next game? I need tickets, bro. I need courtside seats.
Oh man. Funny thing is, I witnessed some shit like that.
Man, LeBron told me I was the stupidest motherfucker I ever seen. But he told me that, hey, if you kiss my ass, I'll get courtside seats and I'm gonna get 2 barrels of popcorn with it while I'm watching his games. Sorry, that's just the mentality how these fans are now. They just like they just don't even care. And then there's fans that actually get angry of the players saying they're stupid, but they'll be saying that, hey man, I need to get your parlays. I need to get my parlay up. I'm gonna get this player to say, hey, I need to get 10 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds for $500. If you do that, then I'll be cursing you out on the internet. That the mindset of fans is different. It's way different than us.
A lot of times, Sneed, Sean was just saying, these athletes can say whatever almost. The fans just love the interaction. They just love the fact that they can talk to them.
But most of the time they're lying.
Yeah.
But these players are lying.
Yeah, they are. Trust me, I know. We know. But they just love the fact that Kevin Durant retweeted my stuff, or LeBron James liked my. They just love the interaction.
Yeah, we live in the trolling era. People troll to get attention, even if it's the most stupidest, ignorant shit that you ever seen.
Bro, think about this. Kevin Durant tried to shit on one of the greatest players that has ever played basketball. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about he left the game to go play baseball. So then what's your excuse? You didn't go play baseball and you still ain't better than him.
And still 4 rings shy.
So he played baseball and tripled your career. They don't even think about the things they say, bro.
They don't. They don't.
How you gonna self snitch, bro? You straight up dry snitching on yourself,
mm-hmm.
trying to shit on one of the greatest ever, and it ends up you're not even looking in the mirror. You're trying to make it seem like it's a weakness that somebody stepped away from the game, yet they had 5 times the career you did.
More accomplishments by taking time off to play baseball, while still playing basketball. When he came back and smoking cigars and drinking Hennessy and all that, he's still getting 6 rings.
You know what they're really jealous of?
What up?
That they have lasting legacies where people adore them.
Yeah.
And he's worried that he won't have that. So he's trying to manufacture it.
I'll give it a step real further though. I think that a lot of people. I think the reason why a lot of people shit on Jordan and Kobe is because they're beyond that earth. The scale of the earth as far as like, okay, I'm in a level that's different worlds apart. While you have KD, that while he is the most efficient scorer, he's more closer to these players' levels right now compared to the guys that we always look up to as far as that golden standard. So they will rather, hey, I'd rather have a KD career over than a Kobe career because Kobe career is harder. I'm not going to play two ways every single game. I'm not going to be trying to score over 60 points a game.
But it was the only way that Kobe was going to win. It was the only way he was going to get 5 chips. It was the only way he was going to get the MVP. It was the only way he was going to get scoring titles and DPOY votes and all defensive first teams. He had to do that. It was no compromise. He knew it.
He knew it, and he was at that level that he could do that all. KD, he's not even on that level. Like, why are we going to talk to him about?
Bro, there was a year where LeBron finished runner-up in DPOY. There are people today saying he should have won it. Hell no. He was never, ever DPOY level.
Wait, who could have won Defensive Player of the Year?
LeBron James.
I think it was either 2012 or 13. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was the 2012-13 when people say it was running up. But here's the thing though about that: the media plays a big difference when it comes to Defensive Player of the Year.
But they're talking about it now. So we're talking in revisionist history. You didn't have a problem with Marc Gasol winning it then, but you have a problem with it now because you can't live with yourself not having a DPOY.
I mean, he could have won a DPOY right now. We live in the weakest era defensively. You could stand up playing defense.
No.
Even when you was in your late 30s, you could have actually played defense. You did not do it. That is another reason why I do not really respect this guy because he makes these amount of excuses when you know damn well you could have just done it already.
But we don't need the revisionist history lying. Why can't we just say you had a really good defensive effort that year and you finished runner-up to DPOY? That's good. Why do we have to lie?
Because that's what his fandom does.
Kobe didn't lie, bro.
They lie.
The thing that people hate is lies, and Kobe didn't lie, and they hate on him.
He did not lie.
Your favorite players, stack them up against Bean and watch Bean check all the boxes, bro. Just watch the magic happen. I don't care what the characteristic or qualities are. Go ahead and make a checklist. 10, 20 things. Put them up against your favorite player. Watch the checklist fill up for Bean. Watch.
The Miami Heat roster came about because Dwayne Wade was frustrated. So he got tired of seeing Kobe win. So he called in Chris Bosh and LeBron James and asked what they was doing. Like he put that out there.
And Chris Paul as well. He was trying to get those two of those guys to come over to Miami as well. Because initially it was LeBron, D Wade, and Melo, Chris Paul, or Chris Bosh.
Because they saw what Bean did to Boston. They saw what Bean and Gasol did to Boston, who had the big ticket, the truth, and Jesus Shuttlesworth. 3 guys.
And Rondo.
Rondo was amazing.
Rondo was even amazing. I consider them the big 4.
Yeah, Rondo was amazing.
Let's not get crazy. That team was well constructed. I don't know what a big 4 is. There have been teams that have had 4 great players. So I don't know what that means, but I'm with you. Boston was great. They had much more talent than the Lakers. But the Lakers had Bean. And that's all that freaking mattered, bro.
That's all that matters. They have Bean, that one once in a century type of player.
So what did D Wade think? The Celtics just lost. The Boston Celtics, fully healthy, just lost. What are you going to tell me? Kendrick Perkins? Who cares?
Man, Kendrick Perkins, he's a gnome. He's just a gnome back in the streets. You know what I mean? Gargoyle type of style.
Here's Kendrick Perkins up on ESPN. Hubbada, bubbada, hubbada. What the hell are you talking about, bro? You talking hoops?
Man, Kendrick Perkins be lying on the fucking media, man.
I'll tell you what, bro. Ridiculous. Since he retired, I respect KG even more than I did when he was a player. The big that, bro.
You know what? Yeah. I respect more Paul Pierce more after he retired.
I never liked Paul Pierce personally. Ever.
Listen. I used to hate Paul Pierce.
But the game was legit, bro. The game was legit.
I used to hate Paul Pierce back in the day. But the more times I see LaFraud, it made me feel like, hey, I need to give more respect to Paul Pierce because he's not flaking like that. He's not like that. You know, he's not that disingenuous. You know, he did make that super team, and he tried to act like, yeah, I'm all there and all that, but you know, he never really be, you know, go up to the ante like LaFraud. You know, he every time when someone gives him help, he say, hey, that's all me. Everything is all me.
I don't have a problem with LeBron and his greatness, bro. Honestly, I really don't have a problem. I have a problem being told where he belongs in this all-time greats discussion. Nobody's going to tell me who LeBron is. I watched the game. I saw what happened in 07. I saw what happened in 11. In 2007, the Cavs should have won a couple of games, but they didn't.
The Cavs should have won that series.
No.
Oh, come on. They had a chance.
No, let's not get crazy. Come on.
Hey. It's coming from a guy.
They should have won a couple of games. They lost one game by 1 point. They lost another game by 3 points. And LeBron combined for 13 or 14 turnovers in those two games.
1 point, 3 points, 5 points. They had a chance that they could actually turn this around. That's all him. That's all.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. They had a chance to win a couple of games, but one was a complete blowout. The other one was double digits. Come on, bro. I'm being realistic here.
That Spurs team was too much.
But the real issue is I don't have a problem with LeBron's game. I can evaluate the game. But the people that say things like, number one, LeBron can defend all 5 positions. Lies. He can't defend 4 positions. He can't really defend 3 positions. He can defend 2 positions. He could defend both forward positions. That's it. Anything else is unrealistic and not true. All right. Now, another thing that they say he carried bums to the finals. Zydrunas Ilgauskas is a 2-time All-Star. Zydrunas Ilgauskas averaged 3.5 offensive rebounds a game in that NBA Finals on Tim Duncan. Zydrunas Ilgauskas held Tim Duncan below his playoff and regular season average in that series. Tim Duncan was 3 times NBA Finals MVP before that series. Why didn't he win NBA Finals MVP in 07? Because Zydrunas Ilgauskas was defending him. That's why. Right? Drew Gooden. Did you know that Drew Gooden had better stats than Horace Grant when Horace Grant won NBA Finals? Fact. They called Drew Gooden a bum. Did you know Larry Hughes averaged 22 points a game in Washington before he got to Cleveland? But they say that LeBron carried bumps to the finals. Did you know that Boobie Gibson scored 31 points and hit 5 threes in Game 6 against the Pistons in 07 to get to the finals? But they tell me LeBron carried bumps. Andy Varejao was 2 votes away from being All-NBA third-team defense that year. That team was top 3 in defense for several years. Top 3, top 5 in offensive rating. Top 3, top 5 in three-point shooting. Top 3, top 5 in rebounding. But they tell me LeBron carried bumps to the finals. That's my problem. It's not LeBron's game. It's the silly things, the lies that people tell about the basketball that was played.
And that's why we need real, actual Cavalier fans like you to call them out like you're doing now, because those are the LeBron stands that be saying that LeBron carried bumps to the finals. Like, you don't hear Cavaliers fans say that.
Do you know how good J.R. Smith was for the Cavs?
I hated him. He did good against us when he was with the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs.
J.R. Smith is one of the most talented basketball players I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
When nobody could score, guess who was hitting shots in that Golden State Warriors series? J.R. Smith, because he's a dog, bro. Fearless. You know who else is a dog? Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Got
Yes.
like in those series. See, nobody's gonna tell it. In those series, there were droughts where nobody was scoring except J.R. Smith and Kyrie Irving. You see what I'm saying? Like nobody could score. Not Klay Thompson's, not Steph Curry, not Draymond Green, not LeBron, not Kevin Love. It was J.R. Smith and it was Kyrie Irving. Those were the guys that could give you a bucket any place, anytime. 25 feet, 20 feet, 15 feet, double team, triple team, 2 seconds on the shot clock. It didn't matter. Those guys had ice in the veins, bro.
Yeah. I seen how good J.R. Smith was, like I brought up with the when the Lakers faced the Denver Nuggets in I believe it was the Western Conference Finals when they still had Carmelo, Chauncey Billups, Nene. Yeah, he was doing his thing. Like they almost put us out that round because he was on fire. So I know how good J.R. Smith is, and it's very unfortunate. I mean, I realize it was a boneheaded play, but it's unfortunate that they made him a meme, from his time in Cleveland. J.R. Smith, like you said, was a dog, man. He was a dog.
There were no bums getting carried to the finals in Cleveland.
No.
There were no bums.
No. Like I said, Cleveland Cavaliers fans are not saying that. It's the LeBron stance that's saying that.
The LeFraudians.
Because they're trying to make excuses of why he didn't win.
There was a year, I think it was the year the Cavs lost to the Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. Remember
2009.
that? Yeah. Did you know the Cavs had 4 players shooting 39% or better from 3?
Damn.
4.
Nobody wants to talk shooting
about that. Delonte West, Anthony Parker, Mo Williams, Boobie Gibson. Like 40% or better. 4 guys, bro.
Man.
We were top
crazy.
3 in defense. Top 3. Top 3 in offense.
As soon as you said Delonte West, I was thinking prayers up to him, man.
Yeah, I know he's had a rough time since he's left the league.
Yeah. And shout out to Candace Parker's brother.
Anthony Parker. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, why can't we tell the truth? Why does it have to be lies? Why can't we say LeBron wasn't good enough to win an NBA Finals until 2012? Why can't we say that? He won the Finals in 2012. Why can't we say that?
I'll give you this is my opinion. I think that the NBA, even the media, knows that the NBA has lost its touch. So they're gonna try every single way of hyping up something that they know is not gonna work. They'll try to make something out of nothing. They try to make shit into a can of paint or maybe gold. Maybe there's some flicker of amber on there, but they'll try their absolute best, and they give every single length of power an opportunity for LeFraud to succeed by switching the narratives of going to super teams, and it's validated while able to have these power demands while he was in Cleveland and LA. It's validated. If it was any other all-time great, they will absolutely eviscerate every all-time great. Imagine if Will Chamberlain actually had that 1/4 of LeBron James power like that. He will get eviscerated back then.
But I don't have a problem with him having power.
I do.
But here's what I'm saying. If he wins chips, then who cares? But if he
I
doesn't,
mean,
but if he doesn't win chips, now you got a target on your back, right, Sean?
well, it's not about always about winning chips. It's about how you win your chips. You see, they market LeBron as this different maker where if you put him on the team, you're gonna be automatically gonna go to the finals. When in all actuality, if you had the pieces, if you had players that will help him when it comes to disefficiencies at the clutch and all these other components, then you'll say, okay, we're going to go to the finals. But they don't say that. They only cover saying that LeBron is the difference maker, when we all know he's not the difference maker as maybe people say they were.
He's been in the league for 22 seasons. He's going to play in his 23rd season.
Oh my gosh! He's
played 18 seasons where he should have been in the finals. Based on the team they put around him and his ability as a player, he's should have been in the finals 18 times.
Yeah.
In that week Eastern Conference, he should have been in multiple NBA finals.
It's not even about that. Just they put players around him that were good. The teams were top ranked every year. You can't be top 3 in defense and top 5 in rebounding and top 3 in rebounding every year and not go to the Western Conference, Eastern Conference finals and have a chance to go to the finals. Look at the Thunder. Look at the Pacers. Look at the teams that go to the Eastern and Western Conference finals. They're top ranked. They have the best defenses. They're the best at rebounding. And they got a star player that can carry at times. The ball moves. The play is dynamic. That's what the Cavs were for a long time. That's what the Heat were. That's what the Cavs were. That's what the Lakers were. Bro, Anthony Davis is probably the best player LeBron has ever played with.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, outside D Wade.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
all right, fine.
Whoa. Hold on a second. That's a good. We're gonna do this.
Okay.
D Wade and Anthony Davis. Who's a better defender? It's close, but who's a better defender?
I'm going Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
See what but D Wade is one of the best defensive guards I've ever seen.
And one of the best shot blocking guards too.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is the best shot blocking guard.
Mm-hmm.
Him or Kobe. One or the other. Right? Okay, so offensively, Anthony Davis is a more reliable shooter than Dwayne Wade. He is a better post game than Dwayne Wade. He probably makes a better 3-point percentage than Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis is the best player that LeBron has ever played with. And how did he do in LA with Anthony Davis?
Poor. Outside that Mickey Mouse ring. Poor.
Okay, his second best player that he played with was Dwayne Wade. They went to 4 finals and lost 2. When he was given a lot, you could say you were provided, produce the wins. Did you guys know that Pat Riley almost traded LeBron after the first year in Miami?
Yeah.
That is a real thing. Nobody want to talk about that?
I mean, that series was an embarrassment. I would do the same thing.
He saw Bron get cooked by Jason Terry for what, 6 games?
6 games, a combo guard. You gain cooked when you're in your physical prime.
See,
208 pounds of.
But Sean, we're not doing narratives. We're talking about the game. See, we're not doing narratives. We're talking about the game, the hoops played on the court. This isn't hate, bro. We're talking about the game. Look, LeBron in 2018 was otherworldly, and he couldn't beat those Warriors. I get it. But in 07 and
How?
in 11, he sucked.
Yeah, he did. He really did. And
in
shout
15,
out to those Dallas Mavericks, man, because they swept my Lakers that playoffs.
They
that was
did.
pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
See, I can evaluate Kobe too. Against the Pistons, all Kobe's levels were down.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly fine to critique Kobe for that.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine to critique the outcome of the 08 finals. It's perfectly fine.
It's perfectly fine.
But Kobe didn't put any false narratives into it. He didn't give stories. He didn't have his agent, who at the time was Rob Pelinka, he didn't have his agent come out talking about, oh, we didn't have this and we didn't have that. You didn't see or hear that. Bro, Kobe is the epitome of a fan's favorite player. This is how you build them. Like Bean. Bro, if I was a player, a teammate of Kobe's, I'd go through a wall for that guy.
I'm sure Sasha Vujacic did. I mean, I don't know, man. I really, and like I said,
what
man,
really hurts, and this probably really bothers you guys as Lakers fans.
mm-hmm.
Look what he's doing, bro. He's
I already know.
He's so anti-Laker. He's the exact opposite of a Laker. Kobe
Yeah.
is bro. Kobe's the greatest Laker ever.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, Kareem, but Kareem won a championship in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? And Kareem, I don't know, he was kind of aloof and stuff like that. So not everybody really likes Kareem per se, but his greatness is undeniable. So if you want to say Kareem's the greatest Laker, some people say Magic's the greatest Laker. And Magic actually makes sense.
More people actually said Magic is the greatest Laker. Less people say about Kareem. Kareem is more of like, okay.
Well, they say that like there's an argument to make that Kareem's the greatest player ever. So like if he played for the Lakers for a long time, then he's the greatest Laker. That's what they say.
Yeah, because he did start off with the Milwaukee Bucks.
But Magic did more for the franchise even after he was done playing.
Yeah.
Like, he's a Laker through and through. Like, he's an ambassador for the Lakers.
He was the second most, like, the most loyal Laker outside Jerry West, in my opinion. He does every single facet. He was a player. He was a coach, executive. I think he used to. I don't know. He used to own the Lakers, like, as a minority.
I know he was
owner.
part of that whole like LeBron recruitment and stuff like that.
And that destroys it, man. And that's the thing. I'm like Magic Johnson.
But you know what he was trying to do. He was trying to get the next star, right? Get the next guy up.
Man, I'd rather get somewhere else. I'd rather get Kawhi Leonard. I'd rather get Kawhi Leonard around the time before I get LeBron. I said, yeah, man, we're about to get Kawhi. And then when I saw that balding motherfucker, I said, God damn it, man. I'm in the top hole right now.
Yo, angry Lakers fan, is this what Sean does on your channel too? He just dog LeBron.
Trust me, Sean. We love Sean, man. Sean keeps it real. He gives his opinion. We love it.
Hey, angry Laker fans used to be like, man, I can't believe you always say negative shit about LeBron. And I'll be like, man, you just don't see the picture. I'm warning you. You need to get
bro.
the
Actually, shout out to Sean for this, bro. A couple weeks ago, we did the stream. Sean was objective about LeBron's game. He was.
Yeah, he stands 10 toes down.
I think we agreed that we don't like the things that are said and done.
Mm-hmm.
But we can acknowledge what the game brings to the table.
That's why I be telling Sean, I'm like, Sean, you going too far, man. You going too far. LeBron is this. Yeah, he is that. I want him off the team, but I'm not going to deny his game. Like, he can play. He's just not better than the guy we're talking about now.
I mean, he could play. Okay, he could play, but he's not doing it in a very much of a natural way. Like, he's trying to force everyone to play his system. You don't need to do that. You could just do is like, hey, just play in the bench, score like 15, play some decent defense, and you be on your way.
You said play on. You said play on the bench.
Yeah, play on the bench. That way you have You're not gonna have that much injuries. You don't need to take what you have to take after the games. I'm just saying, allegedly, you don't really need. You're not gonna be accountable for anything. You're just a bench player. You you don't need to lie about it. Like, yeah, man, I'm just a bench player. I'm not taking no accountability of this. No, I'm just doing my thing. And
Well,
then you could just go throughout 6 more years in your career, and that's it. I wouldn't be as angry as such because you're just a bench player, you know.
a lot of people got that ego because the average 40-year-old that's in the NBA would be a bench player, but everybody got that ego of like, I want to start no matter what. We even heard Chris Paul come out and said he still wants to start. I don't know what team is going to start him.
I mean,
but
Chris Paul is a different case because
Yeah,
he's out of the Spurs.
he wants to play close to home, but he still wants to start.
Where's home?
He said his kids are in LA.
LA?
Yeah.
So he wants to play for the Clippers or the Lakers?
Or anywhere close.
If he goes to the Clippers, man, that's the end of the career. I have to say,
He left Phoenix. There's no team in Vegas. The Kings, I don't know.
Man,
he would definitely start in Phoenix. He'd be a starting point guard in Phoenix. He won't be a starting point guard for the Clippers. Cause I don't think who do Phoenix have as a point guard right now?
I don't know.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I don't even pay attention to the Clippers that much. Like, I mean, I know they were in the playoffs. Like, I know they went 7 games with the Nuggets and they fought valiantly and all that, and they got Kawhi and they got Harden and all that. And Norman Powell had a good year, but like, I wasn't really checking for the Clippers because I already know what time it is, bro.
Yeah, it said Devin Booker is the point guard.
Devin Booker's the point guard?
Yeah, point guard. No, point guard / shooting guard, but
man.
Or some guy named Coley.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna start. If he goes back to Phoenix, he'll be the starting point guard.
I mean, go to Phoenix, man. I mean, it ain't nothing.
He's your starting point guard. You're gonna lose.
Yeah, most likely. I don't know why he wants to start. That's my point.
Chris Paul, like when you need him, he's gonna pull his hamstring. Like it's just automatic.
It's the Clipper curse, man. You gotta understand, man. The Clipper curse is a real thing. Once you go to that team, your career is ended, even before you step over there.
But Sean, the media don't believe it's a such thing as a Clipper curse. You know how many times they picked the Clippers to win a championship, even though they never won one in their whole lifetime. They think the Clippers got a chance to win now because of Bradley Beal.
Yo,
hey man,
wait, hold on a second, bro.
Yeah,
okay. Norman Powell was an all-star last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like that's real. And if it wasn't for LeBron being such a diva about stuff, he would have started.
Yeah.
So he has a career year. You trade him. Why?
To make room for Bradley Beal.
Bro, Bradley Beal was good when there were 0 expectations and the team in Washington sucked.
Yes.
As soon as he went to a team that had other good players and had expectations,
he fell off.
He became a non-factor. So you traded an all-star coming off a career year for that.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of players are too, Sneed. Like a lot of players play good when there's no expectations, but when they go to a team like the Lakers or the Celtics or a team that needs to win, they kind of shrink.
It's crazy. That's why I kind of
not everybody has that dog.
I resented what Melo did. I never liked what he did in going to New York the way he did.
Yeah,
he stayed in Denver.
I really believe that Denver would have got there. They were right there. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying, Sneed. When they faced us in the Western Conference Finals, it was a dogfight.
Bro, Melo was emerging. Like, he was there. Like, imagine if he leveled up his defense. We're talking about him like Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
We're talking about him like Kobe. If he had the physical capabilities to be a good defender, because he was like 6'8", 230, right?
Yeah.
So he can physically impose his will defensively if he just commits to that side of the floor. And then he forced his way out of Denver, which means New York had to give up assets.
Mm-hmm.
And he could have just waited 3 months and then signed with them as a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
And all those players would have still been there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Melo really messed that up.
Speaking of the man of the hour, Kobe Bryant put out there that Carmelo Anthony was the hardest person he ever had to guard.
He was the bully on the block, bro.
Yeah.
Melo had a very, very reliable shot.
Mm-hmm.
He had go-to moves. He had good footwork. He had a good touch, bro. Silky smooth shot.
Yes.
You know, he had game winners, bro, like weekly. Game-winning buckets.
A great clutch shooter.
Melo was just misplaced. He just didn't play on the right team. And that was his doing. He went
and he wasn't playing defense like that.
Yeah. Well, hey, I said it. I opened up with that, Sean. Come on, man.
I'm a Melo fan. I love Melo.
Yeah. I opened up with that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I made sure I put that out there. He was missing that piece. You notice that players don't really reach their full potential until they commit defensively. You notice that?
Yeah.
The great ones?
Yeah.
The Beans,
mm-hmm.
MJs, even the Bronze.
Yeah.
It's true. He leveled up defensively. He became a more complete player. The shot got reliable. He started winning.
And that's probably why I love Kobe so much, man. It's because and I don't think a lot of people notice much about my fandom. And this is with any sport. I'm a huge fan of like defense over anything. Like I love defense. Like even when I create my player in NBA 2K, it's mainly a defensive guy. Like I love defense. And to see somebody like him, to see somebody like a Hakeem, Jordan, even guys that just commit to that side of the ball, like a Tony Allen, you know, I love seeing people go out there and have that mentality, like you ain't about to score on me. I love seeing that, because that's how I was when I played basketball in the parks. Like I love to see that, and I've seen that a lot from Kobe Bryant. You know, shutting dudes down, slowing guys down. You know, getting less than what they averaging. You know, I love it. I love it.
Man, I remember playing hoops with some of my students, bro. I think it was one of the seniors, probably about 6'3", maybe 2 1/4.
Mm-hmm.
Big guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm 5'7", 180.
Wow.
I locked him up, bro. Locked him up. Didn't let him go anywhere. As soon as he crossed halfway, I was knowing exactly where I had to be. He's trying to get into the paint. I just wouldn't let him in.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, bro. You ain't getting in here. Once you get in here, I'm in trouble, so you ain't getting in here. Locked him up, bro. As soon as he got the ball, I'm poking at it. I'm trying to swipe it away. Made his life hell. And, you know, we play ones and twos. You know, we're going 15s. We were playing full. Just cooked him. Just locked him up. I don't give a damn. You know, I'm like, he's like, it's foul. I'm like, call it then. It's going to be a dead ball every damn time. You're not going in here.
Oh man, and that's how it is, man. A lot of people don't know how to play against lockdown defense or to counter it because they're not used to seeing that on TV.
You know what's missing in the league right now, Angry Laker fan?
What's up?
Nobody fights through screens, bro.
Nah.
So what I do when they call it a first screen of the game, first one, bro, I will put an elbow into a rib, something nasty. That bitch can be broken by the end of the night. I promise you. I will go right back to that rib. And they just stop, bro. They don't even call for the picks and the screens anymore.
They're like, nah, I learned my lesson.
Yeah, bro. There's just something about an edge. There's something about fighting, fighting through it. Just the fierce competition. That's why I love being, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, Angry Laker fan, you got to watch my video on the LeBron, Jason Terry defense. The things I'm talking about right now, he wasn't doing, bro.
I'm actually on my way to bed because I watch YouTube on my way to bed. I'm gonna put my headphones on, the same ones I have on now, and I'm gonna watch it.
And I don't speak in a way that's over anybody's head. Like an 8-year-old, 9-year-old could watch my film breakdowns and see exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm pointing to things, I'm explaining things. I don't use big technical terms because people don't know the words. So it's more important that I explain them clearly as opposed to just saying words that are, $10 words. I call them $10 words. They're just overpriced. You know what I mean? So
I ain't gonna lie, Sneed. I don't know a lot of big words, so.
But it's that's what I'm saying. It ain't necessary as long as you understand the concept.
Yeah.
The words is just semantics, bro. It's just sounds. You know what I mean? People try to overinflate their egos by using technical terms. I'm here to explain what the hell's happening. I'm an educator. I'm a school teacher. That's what I do. I take difficult shit and break it down into smaller pieces. How do people eat food? Small pieces. Ain't nobody eating a whole damn steak one bite. You cut it up into little pieces.
Oh man, that was a bar. If you was on my panel, I would have put the air horns on, man. That was a bar.
I
like that.
Fan. Yo, man, take us home, bro. Let's kill the stream, but let's say our final pieces about the greatness that was Kobe's career. Go ahead, bro. Take us home.
I'm gonna say you really had to be there to see it. Guys like, aside from, guys like Sneed, guys like me and Sean, who actually grew up in Los Angeles and actually probably been to some games or watched them religiously. You just had to be there to see Kobe play. Like, you have to watch it with your own eyes. And I appreciate guys like Sneed that actually has another favorite team, but actually can watch other great players and, make content like you did today. I appreciate shit like that, me personally. But you just have to be there. You just have to do your homework, do your research, and stop just going by, box scores and highlights and word of mouth. Like, you gotta do your research, because anybody with a brain, anybody that knows basketball knows that everything that's been said about Kobe Bean Bryant is 100% bullshit. Like, Sneed just gave everybody a history lesson today. And he didn't even have to go all out. He gave a history lesson today. Like, go check the stats. Go see for yourself. Watch guys like Sneed, SMT Network. Watch guys like Scap Attack. Guys that deep dive into, Kobe Bryant's career and stats and all that. Watch guys like these guys. Okay, if you want to go down, that kind of rabbit hole and learn some things. It's a lot of times it's good to learn before you open your mouth and say something stupid that's gonna make you look stupid. Jeff Teague, Gilbert Arenas, Tracy McGrady, guys that was actually on the floor with Kobe Bryant, which makes them look more stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta. And if y'all young, it's not y'all fault. Y'all didn't ask to be born in 2015, okay? But here's my thing. I know you have parents. I know you have older siblings, whatever. Learn about Kobe Bryant before you bash him, before you get caught up in narratives, before you become the next person that types something on social media that you will regret. Just don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Do your research. Watch Kobe Bryant. Watch film. Watch a couple games of his rookie year. Watch a couple games of him in each decade he played. Just watch a couple. Just watch some games. They're all on YouTube. Just watch some games.
Yeah. 1080p, 4K. It's all there.
It's all there. Okay. Before you criticize this man, because a lot of y'all didn't even watch his whole career. A lot of y'all watched him when he tore his Achilles. Watch his whole career. Stop feeding into ESPN and all this other bullshit. And while y'all at it, man, make sure while y'all watching this, whether it's live or on replay, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah, this is what y'all need to know, man. A like goes a long way.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all now, a like goes a long way in helping the channel out. That's the most freest channel, and I don't even know that's a word. That's the most freest channel. I mean, the freest way, that you can help a channel is to hit that like button.
Yeah, all I do is ask for engagement. What else could you ask for, Angry Laker fan? Just the engagement, you know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah.
A like goes along, even if you don't feel like leaving a comment, just type hey or here. That's still engagement.
So here's what we got, Angry Laker fan. Moving forward, the greatest player of all time in NBA history is Kobe Bean Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to name the NBA MVP award to NBA Mamba, all NBA Mamba, all defensive Mamba, rookie of the Mamba, sixth man of the Mamba, all things Mamba moving forward, because the universe requires balance. I don't need to talk about how great LeBron is. Everybody else is doing that. I don't need to talk about how great Michael Jordan is. Everybody else is doing that. Over here, it's Mamba moving forward. Any questions, please refer to me as Mamba. That's what it's going to be from now on. We're going to change the SMT Media Network Mamba. That's what we're going to change the channel name to. The universe requires balance. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you, Angry Lakers fan, and everybody here in the chat. Shout out to the homie Cottage. Shout out to Micah, Doctor, Eric Kwan. Appreciate you guys for coming through tonight. Bruiser Sue. Yes, it was a Kobe Glaze sesh because we don't need LeBron and MJ Glaze sessions anymore. We need Mamba sessions straight up. All right.
There you go. Y'all
All right,
get on y'all get on our nerves with the LeBron stuff. We gonna get on your nerves with the Kobe glazing.
That's right. It's straight up Mamba from this point moving forward. Angry Lakers fan, you guys check him out. He's on YouTube. He makes content. Sean's always here hanging out with us. I appreciate you guys for being here on the panel. We out this piece.
We out.